Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe, wherever you are, wishing you a green morning, green afternoon, and green evening. Whether you're in Canada, United States, Latin America, Europe, Asia, Central Asia, South Asia, ASEAN, Southeast Asia, and other countries of the world, along with our beautiful Bharat, we extend a very warm welcome to each one of you. Thank you very much for being a part of our journey, our deliberations, our celebrations, all of us together, which we have at 8 p.m. in the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, our chamber is focused only in one direction post-pandemic. Teachers, 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 innovative teachers, futuristic teachers, global teachers, pragmatic teachers, dynamic teachers, and of course, versatile teachers, educators, counselors, principals, directors, and the entire education ecosystem empowerment is the vision. Today, we are going to share with you, let's be an innovative teacher. How do you bring innovation in education? How do you become innovative teacher? Friday, 11th of November, 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time, India, we extend a very warm welcome to all our brothers and sisters. Let's move ahead. Today also is a National Education Day in India. Way back when India got independence, and the education ministry, that is Ministry of HRD, when it was set up, established, and the first education minister, his views were educationists should build the capacities of the spirit of inquiry, creativity, entrepreneurial, and moral leadership among students and become their role model. Ladies and gentlemen, these were the words of first education minister of India, and today we celebrate along with him National Education Day. Our chamber extends a very hearty welcome because we are a link between India and the non-resident Indians, those have gone world over, our brothers and sisters, and they're doing extremely well abroad, and they're bringing a good name to all of us. Keep posting your views on the YouTube channel. We appreciate your views. We appreciate your participation. We look forward to your dynamic ideas, creative ideas, innovative ideas, and let's move ahead together. Our chamber, during the thick of the pandemic, right from 25th of March 2020, when lockdown was declared, every day we were organizing number of programs like doctors, nurses, paramedical people, great warriors. Similar way, our teachers, our educators, our trainers, our counselors, our coach, our mentors, and our IT experts, they have also done extremely good job during the pandemic. I'm grateful to my entire team, particularly Chitra Kapoor ma'am, Ajay Kundal, Habo Gasha, and all other dignitaries. Those have played a very important role during this entire pandemic. Teachers and youth, your empowerment will shape the world for peace, prosperity, growth, and better humanity. Creating the new paradigm for learning. How do we create a better world? How do we all live peacefully? Now reimagine the education post-pandemic. A lot of children, they have dropped out after pandemic. Children, they were away from schools, colleges, universities, and institutions for a long time. And when they have gone back to the academic arena, now you got to understand how do we repackage education, because teachers are used to now taking on everything related to digital technology, and the students, they are enjoying, stimulating, they are having a joyful learning when we talk about technology, because children, they are wonderful learner. They need positive engagement. They need creative engagement. They need curiosity. They need something new, which should be packaged. And for that matter, ladies and gentlemen, we need empowered teachers. And we should encourage children. They should always have a reasoning. When you study science subject, you want to ask why these stars, why this sky, why this sun, why this moon, why water is colorless, why trees are green, why the nature, we are the part of the nature. So many questions keep coming to your mind and you keep asking. Creativity, curiosity, positive engagement, and learning has to be meaningful where children enjoy. Of course, technology is going to play a very important role, particularly your virtual reality, augmented reality, machine learning, and particularly artificial intelligence, gamification in education. All that is going to play a very important role. This morning, I was talking to some B.Ed students and such a wonderful college, such a wonderful participants, and such a wonderful faculty. And that's in a beautiful city, Chandigarh, Sector 20. When I had gone over there and interacted with all of them, I found them so energetic, dynamic. My best wishes and heartiest congratulations to all the students and teachers. Now let's talk about why innovation is crucial in education. What is the process of innovation in learning, teaching, and our education pedagogy? Now, innovation in education starts with this question. What is that? What is best for the learner? Whatever is best for the learner, let's adopt that. Because if learner is getting meaningful engagement, and that would come when there are innovative practices, best practices, reflect, revise, remix. What does this learner need? What can I develop with what I know? Whatever knowledge I possess, how do I share? How do I pass on? How do I bring to my student? There is something very important which we have to understand. A lot of comments are coming. I'm grateful to all those who have joined here across the globe. Thank you very much for being a part of it. Keep sharing your vision. Keep sharing your ideas because it's always good. Somebody is writing over here, a teacher should be able to grasp the child's attention, and that can be done only being innovative. Yes, teachers, you got to be innovative. And real learning, that happens in the practical field. You all have to understand that is something very important. Now, how is this meeting the needs of the learner? What could I do differently, which others are not doing? How can I bring stimulation and reward and happiness and recognition, everything in my education ecosystem? What was successful and why? There are a couple of questions which comes why innovation is crucial in our education ecosystem. Now, it is not the strongest, of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to the change. You got to change with time. Post pandemic, there is a different requirement because anybody who doesn't change with the time will leave you behind and you will not be able to keep pace with time. And thereafter, you will become obsolete and obsolescent. To remain relevant in today's education ecosystem, you got to update your skills every moment, every day. As educator, we can leverage innovation in education to improve students' outcome from a purely academic standpoint, as well as to develop those soft skills that is going to be useful to students, which are need-based and with which they will succeed in their life. We can also introduce more and more technology that students will need to be comfortable with over time. Students, they enjoy technology. This morning, when I was dropping my grandchild to the school, I saw on the way, he downloaded one app to learn the French language, and thereafter he did 3 chapters. In 20 minutes, he could do 3 chapters. Such a beautiful digital technology which children are adopting. We got to be proud of our younger generation. We got to increase your flexibility and your versatility. That is change. Our students need strategic, well thought out solutions that respect the culture in which they live. Because, ladies and gentlemen, culture plays very important role. What are our cultural values? What is our cultural heritage? What are our social norms? Our fairs, festival, food, dances, music, art, heritage, craft, whatsoever you can think of, including handicraft. Of course, tourism also plays very important role. We will talk about that separately because our chamber has come out with a book called Rethinking Tourism, Repackaging Tourism, Rejuvenating Tourism Post-Pandemic. And that's what is meant by modern, innovative teaching and learning pedagogy. Now, the sixth cluster of innovative pedagogy, when you talk about blended learning, computational thinking, experiential learning, embodied learning, when you talk about multiliteracies, and then of course, gamification is going to play very important role for all of us. Innovative teaching methods. There could be a project-based learning, flipped classes, crosswords, quiz, choice questions, and you can have experimentation learning, blended learning, virtual labs, simulation-based learning, activity-based learning, project-based and activity-based. Children enjoy a lot. When you teach children, which is something meaningful to our life, children are going to be very happy. And then the QR codes. आप सब्जी लेने जाते हैं, फ्रूट लेने जाते हैं, वो आपके सामने पेटीएम का एक QR कोड रख देते हैं, पेमेंट कर दीजिए. You direct make payment over there because time is money. 24 hours are same for everybody, and whosoever makes best use of time. Now, when you talk about QR is what? Quick response. And these are the codes that are easy to create and have multiple uses in the classrooms at all grade levels. QR codes can lead students to information just by scanning the code on a student's digital device. In the classroom, students can use QR codes to what? Check their answers, vote on answers during the classroom discussions, extend information found in the textbooks, get survey information for math units on data, participate in scavenger hunts, access video tutorial on the material being taught, link students directly to Google Maps. QR code allows students to access information without leaving their seat. Students can even generate QR codes to showcase their learning with peers and parents. Children are wonderful. They are amazing. They love technology. They adapt technology very well. Quick, they take on. Now, project-based learning, when you talk about something very important, because education should be relevant to our day-to-day life. And when you take project-based learning, it makes the school and college and institution more engaging for the student. It improves the learning. It provides opportunity for the students to use technology in a practical way. It makes teaching more enjoyable and rewarding. And project-based learning connects students and schools with the communities and the real world. You got to understand. Inquiry-based learning. Children are very inquisitive. They are very creative. They are very curious. They want, reasoning, questions which come to their mind. ये ऐसा क्यों है, इसका कलर ऐसा क्यों है, ये ऊपर क्यों है, ये नीचे क्यों है, ये इस तरीके से कैसे है. Inquiry based learning. Research tells us that the students learn the best when they construct their own meanings. Inquiry-based learning triggers students' curiosity. Teachers act as facilitator during the inquiry-based learning. So this is something very important. We must appreciate the reasoning, the questioning, and whatever students have got. Now, this is something very important. Reasons to use inquiry-based learning. What could be the reasons? There could be various reasons you can take. It nurtures students' passion, their talent. It solves the problem of tomorrow in today's classrooms. It enables the students to take ownership over their own learning and to reach their goals. It fortifies the importance of asking good questions, creative questions, innovative questions. It empowers the students' voice. Their communication skills get improved, and it honors the students' choice. They feel very happy. Yeah, I asked this question, and my question has been taken up by the teacher. It increases motivation. It increases engagement. They foster curiosity and a love for learning. Teachers' grit is very important. Perseverance is very important. Growth mindset and the self-regulation. It makes the research meaningful and develops strong research skills. all that has to be taken into consideration. Now, EdTech platforms. If you recall yesterday, day before yesterday, we discussed with you more than 240 plus new EdTech platforms have come up. So education technology, when you talk about the mobile apps, the EdTech platform, all that has come up, ladies and gentlemen, they are so meaningful. Earlier, I was using to make my subject interesting Kahoot. And now I have come to know there is another app which is a Quizlet. And when you take on that, students enjoy is so much. It's such a wonderful, so many apps we have listed out over here. You can see it in your own time. Teachers must use technology in a very wisely manner and with a variety of activities. Several activities that lead to students' engagement. You got to understand, like, the Google Docs are there, YouTube videos are there, Quizlet is there, Kahoot is there, and Remind app is there. These are all innovative apps. Teachers, you must adopt. That is something very, very important. Overall, an innovative teacher makes a healthy learning environment in an institute with their behavior and actions. Teachers, you matter a lot. When you give leverage and encouragement to the student's voice, it is something very nice. And when you lead by example, children enjoy quite a bit of it. You got to be supporting, and particularly post-pandemic, you got to see their health also. You got to see their happiness also. You got to see their wellness also. You got to see there is a positive environment all around, and you got to develop a supporting system. That is something very important, which we all have to understand. Now, the model of the teacher's innovative behavior within the school environment, when we talk about micro environment to macro environment, when we go on to need for innovation, freedom for innovation, cooperation, involvement, all that teaches innovative behavior. So self-efficacy as the trait and teaching practices as behavior, student-oriented practices, and innovation supportive practices is very important. Education got to be relevant to my day-to-day life. सुबह उठने से रात के सोने तक मेरे जीवन में जो कुछ भी होता है, वो ही मेरे एजुकेशन के इकोसिस्टम का हिस्सा होना चाहिए. मुझे ये समझ आनी चाहिए पानी कितना इस्तेमाल करना है, वेस्ट कम करना है, वेस्ट को रिसोर्स में कैसे कन्वर्ट करना है. अपने स्कूल में, कॉलेज में, कहीं भी अगर कोई खाली ग्राउंड है, वहां पर ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग कैसे करनी है. कुछ बेलों को, जैसे आप कहते हैं एलोवेरा है या आपकी गूगल है, ये सब चीजें हैं जो स्वामी रामदेव जी भी बातचीत करते हैं, आयुर्वेदा के लोग बातचीत करते हैं. व्हाई नॉट वी शुड हैव. अरे स्कूल्स और कॉलेजेस और इंस्टीट्यूशन का जो भी खाली हिस्सा है, टीचर्स, यू आर इनोवेटिव, यू आर क्रिएटिव, यू आर वंडरफुल. स्टार्ट थिंकिंग कि हर हिस्से को अपने इंस्टीट्यूशन के कैसे यूज करना है, किस तरीके से इनोवेटिव वे में यूज करना है. That is education, not just merely completing the curriculum or syllabi, और ये chapters पूरे complete हो जाएं, एग्जाम की तैयारी हो जाए. No, 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 no. ICSI strongly support value addition in the education ecosystem. And our chamber gets inspiration throughout the day, every day, with all our teams in the different countries, where we learn and we pick up so much from all of them. South Korea में क्या हो रहा है, जापान में क्या हो रहा है, जर्मनी में स्किल्स में क्या हो रहा है, सिंगापुर में क्या हो रहा है, फिनलैंड में क्या हो रहा है, नॉर्वे में क्या हो रहा है, स्वीडन में क्या हो रहा है, डेनमार्क के अंदर ह्यूमन लाइब्रेरी कैसे आ रही है, हम नई पेडागॉजी, एंड्रोगॉजीज और हेट्रोगॉजीज को कैसे लेकर आए. That is something very important. And we are always proud of every day we share with you, and we want to bring to your kind notice because it should get ingrilled in your mind, spirit, and heart and soul that ICSI brought India's first finishing school for service industry way back in 1994. Our chamber is committed. हमने एक ही बीड़ा उठाया है, हमने एक ही प्रयत्न किया है, हमने एक ही प्रयास किया है. पोस्ट पैंडेमिक में एजुकेशन को एम्पावर कैसे करें. टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से लास्ट माइल पे जो बच्चा फार फ्लंग एरिया में है, जिसके पेरेंट्स सपोर्ट नहीं कर सकते, जो अर्बन एरियाज में, सिटीज में आके एजुकेशन नहीं ले सकता, हाउ दैट चाइल्ड इज आल्सो गेटिंग Quality education is the vision of our chamber, and that is through our finishing school, brick and mortar. That was before pandemic, and post pandemic we have come to inspirational lab. I'll share with you now. Over here, personality, your communication, your collaboration, your creativity, your innovation, your curiosity, your critical thinking, design thinking, continuous lifelong learning, and music, humor, fun, dance, happiness, passion, stimulation, all that should be the part of education ecosystem. ये देखिए ग्लोबल फिनिशिंग स्कूल, किसी बच्चे को एंजाइटी नहीं होनी चाहिए, किसी को डिप्रेशन नहीं होना चाहिए, किसी को स्ट्रेस नहीं होना चाहिए। सब कुछ वैसा नहीं होगा जैसा आप चाहते हैं, पर जो हो रहा है उसमें उसकी इच्छा है जिसने हमें इस संसार में भेजा है। लेट्स मेक आवर लाइफ म्यूजिकल, लेट्स हैव द म्यूजिक थेरेपी फॉर द गुड हेल्थ, wellness and holistic development of every child. Let's make education with fun, entertainment, and happiness all around. We got to take on every child. Let's do the hand holding of everybody. Our chamber is proud. 1,000 of teachers and students have gone through the process where we have been talking about from the finishing school, creative thinking, critical thinking, decision making, value-based learning, and empathy. All that we have taken nicely. I'm proud of all of you. Those are posting your views on the YouTube channel. Keep posting, because that gives us oxygen. Our chamber gets more committed. We get encouragement. Everybody needs encouragement. Now, the ICSI Youth Empowerment Strategy, that is, all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in yourself. Start saying to you yourself, stand before the mirror, say, I can do it. I will do it. I must do it. I have to do it. There's no shortcut to it. Youth happiness is very important. And teachers, educators, counselors, mentors, coach, everybody has to understand बच्चे क्या चाहते हैं. What does youth want? Youth की happiness किस में है? Youth को sports भी चाहिए, games भी चाहिए, happiness भी चाहिए, डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी भी चाहिए, सब कुछ चाहिए, लेकिन कितना चाहिए, कब चाहिए, क्वांटिटी क्या और क्वालिटी क्या हो, दैट हैज टू बी मेजर्ड. नाउ हमारे एजुकेशन इकोसिस्टम में, वेदर यू आर इन आर्ट्स और कॉमर्स और साइंस, हर तरह की लैब होती है, और उस लैब्स के अंदर आप वेरियस एक्सपेरिमेंट्स और परमुटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन करते हैं. आवर चेंबर थिंक्स ऑलवेज, अगर हर तरह की लैब हो सकती है तो इंस्पिरेशनल लैब क्यों नहीं हो सकती? द डिमांड, द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ 21st सेंचुरीज. आपने अटल टिंकरिंग लैब सुना, आपने इनोवेशन लैब सुना. अब हम आपको बता रहे हैं, इंफॉर्मेशन से इंस्पिरेशन पर आ जाइए. इंफॉर्मेशन बहुत सारी आ रही है, चारों तरफ से आ रही है. अब now you get inspired. Every school, college, university, ITI, polytechnic, B.Ed colleges, vocational centers, skill centers, everybody got to have one room dedicated for inspirational lab, जहां पर बच्चों की हैप्पीनेस को हम अपने साथ लेकर चलेंगे. इस इंस्पिरेशनल लैब में हैप्पीनेस, 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 ह्यूमर, 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 म्यूजिक, डांस, गेम्स, फन, जॉयफुल लर्निंग, सब कुछ होगा. और एजुकेशन हमारी रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी के साथ जुड़ेगी. वी विल ब्रिंग हैप्पीनेस एंड ह्यूमर इन एवरी एक्टिविटी. जो इंस्पिरेशनल लैब की हम बातचीत करते हैं, इसका भी हमने शब्द हिंदी में रखा है, प्रेरणा. प्रेरणा is preparing resourceful educators with the right approach towards nationwide accessibility. One room you can dedicate in every institution for inspirational lab. वो आपकी mental wellness, personal wellness, प्रोफेशनल वेलनेस, सोशल वेलनेस, इन सब के ऊपर टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से इट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू, where you are going to be supported for all round development, जिसमें योगा भी है, मेडिटेशन भी है, म्यूजिक भी है, डांस और क्रिएटिविटी भी है, आपकी पर्सनल ग्रोथ भी है, आपकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल भी है, आपके एटिकेट, मैनर, जेस्चर, बॉडी लैंग्वेज, आपकी हेल्थी डाइट, न्यूट्रिशन, आपकी ड्रेस सेंस और बेसिक फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी, करंट अकाउंट क्या होता है, सेविंग अकाउंट क्या होता है, एफडी क्या होता है, हर एक चीज का, आपकी प्रोफेशनल वेलनेस, सो दैट यू बिकम अ बेटर सिटीजन. इंडिया की जो इकोनॉमिक पावर है, उस प्रॉस्पेरिटी को बढ़ाने के लिए हर एक बच्चे को हर तरीके की वेलनेस रखनी होगी. सोशल वेलनेस इज ऑल्सो गोइंग टू बी वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड अल्टीमेटली अगर हम अच्छे बच्चे चाहते हैं, पॉजिटिव बच्चे चाहते हैं, डायनेमिक बच्चे चाहते हैं, इनोवेटिव स्टूडेंट्स चाहते हैं, तो हमें कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग करनी होगी अपने टीचर्स की. एंड दिस इंस्पिरेशनल लैब इज गोइंग टू हेल्प every teacher for their professional and personal growth. यहाँ पर आप नेचर के साथ, do you know teachers, you're gardeners, and we want that every child to learn through nature, with nature, and you have to learn water management, waste to resource management, climate change, carbon neutral, understanding the cultural diversity of the whole world, and passion, creativity, and innovation. All that has to come. That is something very, very important, which we have to take into consideration. Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let's come together. Let's all work together. Let's make Chandigarh as a role model for entire Asian continent, so that the entire India and Asia get empowered from beautiful city called Chandigarh, where everybody puts in their heart and soul. This program is going live for all of you. And today, with this particular webinar on the YouTube channel ICSI India, we complete 1,712 webinars, which we started on 25th of March. Ladies and gentlemen, we are thankful to Dr. Dharampal ji, the Honorable Advisor to the Administrator, UT Chandigarh. He gave us the time and we discussed together along with his entire team, where everybody from the school education, higher education, technical education, vocational education, and including the Secretary Culture also was with us, where we made a presentation, and it was wonderfully accepted by Chandigarh administration. Let's develop Chandigarh as a role model for education and skills, research and innovation for entire Asian continent. Ladies and gentlemen, we have already started the journey. ITI in Sector 11 of Chandigarh. Thereafter, ITI Sector 28 of Chandigarh. Thereafter, we go to Polytechnic, which is in Sector 26 of Chandigarh. Another Polytechnic for the women in Sector 10 for Chandigarh. And thereafter, this morning, such a wonderful interaction with all the students, those are doing their B.Ed program, Government College for Education, Sector 20D, Chandigarh, and Honorable Principal Srivastava-ji, his entire team, all the teachers, everybody, very dynamic, and the most important, the students of this particular institution, they are very, very creative. Our heartfelt thanks to them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today is 11th. On 15th, we will take you to ASEAN, and we are going to Cambodia. We will show you Angkor Wat, one of the oldest and the beautiful temple. You would be proud of India's art, heritage, culture, what all has been recognized world over. Indians have done great things. We will think and rethink tourism post-pandemic. That's going to be on Tuesday, 15th of November. Don't forget to join us. That's going to be from 2:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon. And of course, our annual convention is coming, North India Pravasi Divas. Our president is also going to be with us over here in Chandigarh. 29th annual convention of the International Chamber for Service Industry, non-resident Indian, the Corporate for Integrated Development, 13th, 14th, and 15th. And teachers, educators, and trainers, and students, everybody got to be happy because the entire convention is going to be dedicated to capacity building of educators and youth. We will take on with youth the entire case study of Singapore, Finland, and we will take on lots of other theme projects, research and innovation in education. Tomorrow at 8 p.m., we will be again joining us, Future of Education, Teachers for the Future. Our president, he will be visiting India from 10th of December 22 to 15th of January 23. We will be organizing various interaction, training workshops, conferences and events throughout India to make optimum use of his visit. Don't forget to join us. And now finally, here comes the inspirational lab for all of you. All teachers, all institutions, think about bringing this inspirational lab one room to your institute.
Welcome to the Inspirational Lab of ICSI Finishing School for Service Industry. The International Chamber for Service
I'm sorry you couldn't enjoy this.
Welcome to the Inspirational Lab of ICSI Finishing School for Service Industry. The International Chamber for Service Industry, or ICSI, brought on ground India's first finishing school for the service industry in 1994. However, it has become an inspirational lab and turned completely digital post-pandemic. Here, the students link academics beyond syllabi. They journey from effective communication to connecting skills, curiosity to creativity, along with soft skills, life skills and technical skills. Health and wellness is another important component of the Inspirational Lab at ICSI. Inspirational Lab is an initiative of ICSI to develop a holistic approach in education transformation. Visit icsiindia.in.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with this, we come to the end of today's presentation. I wish to share with all of you that everything is possible if you wish to enjoy. We should make Chandigarh as a role model for the whole country. That's very much possible. And all of us together, if we take on one agenda, how to empower education, how to empower our educators, how to focus on education ecosystem. If country like Singapore can devote 20% of their GDP, the entire financial resources for education, and I just watched one of the video and I was so pleasantly surprised. Country like Tunisia, when they got independence, the first prime minister of that country, he declared that we are going to devote 20% of our budget exclusively for education ecosystem. So, ladies and gentlemen, each and everything is possible if once we take a pledge and if we all decide that we start campaign from Chandigarh, the city beautiful, and through the Inspirational Lab digital way, we should reach out the entire country and thereafter the continent. Let's reach out entire Asia. And I'm pretty sure all of us, when we work together, there'll be meaningful results. With these words, thank you very much for joining us today. Look forward to meeting you tomorrow. A suggestion has come. From tomorrow, we will take on only 10 slides with you so that you can assimilate, you can grasp, because we try our level best to give you too much of information, but maybe it is sometimes difficult for you to digest. So from tomorrow, we will try and focus on just 10 slides. Thank you very much for joining us today and look forward to meeting you tomorrow evening.